this is a good angle. If the top half of my head is cut off, that's going to be pretty silly. I'm trying to look at the reflection of what's on the phone and the mirror behind it to figure out if it's actually a good angle. But if my head's cut out, it is what it is. Hope my voice makes up for it. Anyway, I've been walking backwards for 20 minutes. Then I took a break, drank water, set up the tripod, and then got back to walking backwards. I'm going to do it for another 10 minutes. And then after that, well, since yesterday was fairly easy, even though I feel a little tired today, I'm gonna make it a point to go hard. I'm thinking about some heavy sleds, superset with Hex Bar Deadlifts. That's pretty much as intense as it can get. Try to do about 5-6 sets of that, see what I have left, and go from there. My plan is to just have this recording, and if I say or think of anything interesting in the next 9 to 8 minutes or so, I'll include it in the video. Otherwise, meh. So ever since getting into knees over toes guy and also having access to one of these treadmills, I try to do 30 minutes on this at least 2 or 3 times in a week. And then along with that, I'm doing a bunch of reverse sled and forward sled and stuff too. I found, I've been at this for 3 years or so, and it's the consistency of it, of doing these movements, the backwards walking and all of that, that will give you long-term improvements in the mobility. Doing these exercises have to become a habit. Doing backwards walking and some of the other mobility stuff doesn't necessarily please the ego. But you know what else doesn't please the ego? Being injured and having to sit at home. That's quite often a lot worse than just sucking it up a couple of times or a few hours every week and dedicate it to some mobility work. Live to lift another day. Learned that the hard way, but good motto to follow. Although it's not bad to push yourself, I am of the belief that if you are pushing yourself sufficiently enough, or if the goal is great enough, quite often it's not possible to get there without breaking a few bones or breaking a few eggs to make an omelet, as they say. Anyway, 5 more minutes of this. I haven't eaten yet today. I've had 1 Monster, 1 coffee, which is pretty much a glass of whole milk with Fairlife whole milk with 2 spoons of Van Hoot instant coffee. I find myself to get tired of instant coffee brands, so I went through a Tim Hortons phase, and then I got tired of the taste, and then I went to Van Hoot. Before that, I was on Nescafe, so we shall see what brand comes next. I have this on the highest resistance. I did the first 20 minutes on level 8 through 9, and then for the last 10 minutes I'm doing level 10. The sled area is kind of getting occupied though. Oh, these shoes are new. The Zero XERO Daylight Hikers. They're not as bendy as the Zero HFSs, but I don't know if anyone knows much about Zero shoes, but I like them. I got these for the winter, and they have a much harder sole than the other ones that I have, so it's still getting a little used, getting a little used to. All right, that's 30 minutes. I'm gonna go for a little longer and then have to wait for the sled area to clear up to set up my little open air dungeon. That might not be the best spot for it. And I was like, that might not be the best spot for it. I don't know. When a lot of people say they go hard at the gym, it's hard for me to have a conversation with most people about what going hard at the gym really looks and feels like. Because to me, it looks a lot like this. And to others, it's just getting a really good pump. But for me, a good hard workout is when I feel completely exhausted and obliterated. And I use tools such as our torture devices, modern day torture devices that we pay for, but that is good for you. And do some degree of self-torture till I'm exhausted. Then I go home and repeat it all over again. I did 2 sets before this. I wasn't talking a whole lot for it, so I'm probably not going to leave it in. I think if I have this correctly, the part that I am going to leave in is the part where you saw me set this all up. So this is my 4th or 5th set. The first 4 were lighter. This is heavier. Yeah. Sled back and forth, 6 deadlifts. Sled back and forth, 6 deadlifts. Then, let me see if I can do the same with 405. If I can, then so be it. Probably gonna have to use napkins next time. Keep telling myself I'm gonna buy chalk, but I never do. I hope mic mode is off on the receiver, because otherwise the audio is going to be a pain to edit. Huh? I'm feeling strong.
हाथ में करे बताओ, या कंप्लीट कर लिया ऑलमोस्ट?
नहीं, इसके बाद और करेंगे।
बैक कर रहे हो क्या?
अरे
हमारा तो होने वाला है खत्म।
हाँ नहीं 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 कर सकते हैं अभी बस।
क्या बैक कर रहे हो? बैक मैंने कल कर लिया।
तो क्या करना है तुझे?
मैंने लेग्स की टेबल।
हाँ मगर क्या करना है तुझे? कर क्या सकते हो?
ये जो हम करते हैं, कुछ दिन करा था हमने, कंडीशनिंग नहीं करा था,
हाँ ओके ओके।
वो सब
हाँ तो
उस दिन वाले सेट पर थोड़ा लाइट रखना, उस दिन गांड फट गई थी।
हाँ
आता हूँ फिर 10 मिनट।
हाँ हाँ। Alright. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna try 2 sets of this. Wish me luck. Alright, moment of truth. Alright, back to the sled. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. My heart rate is 172. This is how you work out hard. One sec. Huh?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Just finished the cardio.
Ah,
Just finished the Stairmasters.
nice.
So you do this and this? That's a superset? Or?
Yeah, that's
Same. Enjoy your workout, bro.
thanks. All right. That sucked so bad, but it was worth it. Anyway. This is my third set of this. First 2 sets I went lighter. There's no point in recording these every time I do them, but I do them often. Open, free-flowing thought, recorded on a microphone while performing cable good mornings. Oh, there's nothing that quite compares to the stretch you get on these, man. I tell you. Oh God. I feel like every muscle fiber is getting ripped apart. Oh God. Sink, sink, sink. Feel the hamstrings, your calves, your lower back, lats, erector spinae, traps, rear delts, all the way through and back up. Holy shit. Holy shit. Hour and a half, 953 calories burned. I have to keep my legs a little bent to hold me in place. After that, so I'm gonna do tib raises for about 3 sets, and I don't know, it's having this room is kind of a cool place to just talk out loud while doing something. Otherwise there's a lot of music and then just a lot of people moving around, and I'm focused on so many different things, or there's so many different things going on that it's hard to hone in on whatever's going on in my mind. But anyway, if you watched the earlier parts, I walked backwards for 30 minutes, then this whole sled thingy, sled hex bar thingy, then did some mobility, or the lower back, hamstring, cable good morning stretch slash exercise. I don't know, calling it a stretch almost makes it sound like it's not like an actual weight training exercise, but I had the whole stack on there. And so I was recording it at a certain angle, and I found out that half my body was cut out. So I could only have the last set in there. It is what it is. I've recorded that exercise so many times. Watch a previous video, I can say that now. So yeah, I usually do standing tib raises and haven't done these in a while. But definitely do these. And then another thing that I like to do is to rotate my ankle as so, like so. I wonder if it's coming in frame. I'll be so mad if it's not in frame. Oh yeah. Yeah, so move it from side to side. Working it in all its possible ranges of motion. If you get strong in all these things, all these ranges of motion, the odds that you get severely injured when you take a misstep or plant your feet wrong goes down by a whole lot. It also gives, at least personally, I've noticed a sort of confidence in the way I take my steps. I'm like able to move a lot faster, a lot freer, like stop in my tracks a lot better. Like, not that these movements ever felt hard, but it's, I didn't know how easy they could be. And I attribute a lot of that feeling to doing knees over toes style training, which includes exercises such as these. But the thing is, I kind of ignore some of the upper body stuff. So I'm like so focused on the backwards walking and all of that. I sometimes think I should do more pullovers and rotator cuff work, and I probably don't dedicate enough time for that. So this is episode 13. At least by episode 26, I want to be doing more pullovers in my videos. So keep me accountable, whoever's watching. I'll keep myself accountable. I don't need you. I'm kidding. Well, I don't need you, and I will keep myself accountable. But if you want to help me keep myself accountable, I won't say no. So, I guess I am doing rotator cuff and pullover work. Hashtag self-accountability. Discipline equals freedom, as Jocko would say. There is something about recording every session though, and then watching it back and having it all online. So the gym is a huge part of my life, and so it's almost like I'm living a lot of it in public, and then I'm able to observe who I am truly from a third-person perspective almost. You know, like, oh, I wonder what he's doing at the gym today. He has a new video up. Oh, look at what he did. But, the way the guy speaks, the way he walks, etc., etc. Kind of interesting to view all of this from a third-person perspective. And also like I tell people my workouts are hard and stuff, but now there is a visual, and there is a video every day for a workout every day. You know, I tell people I take no rest days and go fairly hard every day. You know, I think this is a good documentation of everything that happens, even if not many people watch it. At this point in time, I'm kind of happy that my workouts are out there in public, even if it's being watched by one person somewhere. I think they're interesting. I think I'm interesting. Or, not I'm interesting, but my workouts are interesting. Well, I am interesting, but for the scope of this YouTube channel at this moment, it's mostly just my workouts and all that stuff. Where's the 5 pound? I guess I'm using the 10. It's there, but too late now. So yeah, I'll superset these movements, go to the sauna after this, and then I don't know if I'm going to record anything in the sauna. When there's other people there, it's kind of weird, but if I have their consent, I might. Yeah. And there's no video after this. Nothing was recorded in the sauna. And this is the outro. Just thought I'd end off with some posing instead. It's man, this is the leanest and biggest I've ever been at the same time, I think. Unexpected, but I guess I will be recording some of myself in the sauna. The light quality is terrible. Let us try to recalibrate to a slightly better location. Front facing camera too, so it is what it is. Anyway, I'm not going to record too much of this because there's a lot of expensive electronics at stake here. So I'm going to record like maybe a small rant, then I'll throw my phone out and then stay in for the rest. My hat, like who wears a hat in the sauna? Me, because the receiver is here. But anyway, so I do some hip flexor stretches on days that I don't bring the kettlebell. So I'm gonna alternate hip flexor stretch and push off the quad. I'm gonna do about 5 each leg, 3 sets of this. I've started a timer. I'm about 1 minute in to being in the sauna, and I'm going for at least 15, and if I'm able to push through 20. I'll probably keep doing movements such as these stretches primarily because so the deadlift to sled superset is a really heavy superset and creates a sort of tightening effect on the body. So I really like to, so on days that I do stuff like that, everything around it will be kind of structured around trying to heal that stuff a little, or to stretch out anything that might have become tight from those movements, instead of just kind of doing all heavy movements one day. Surround the heavy movements with mobility so that the resulting tightness isn't a whole lot. Also, I suspect the higher growth hormone release from having lifted heavier weight somehow transfers into these exercises. I can't say that for sure. I don't even have anything anecdotally to verify that against, but hey, sometimes mindset is all that matters, and if you believe it's true, sometimes your body starts behaving in a way to make it true. So yeah, 2-minute rant. That's the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.